We are Midnight Beast Production Company.
Our film is called Luna.
Our tagline is, "He had his turn, now it's hers."
Okay, our film genre is a revenge slasher film. We chose to go the direction of hybridity with our two genres, as it's a mix of subgenres, which will make it full of action and suspense being key to horror films.
Our main storyline. Lorna has endured a lifetime of hatred and torture from her stepdad. But when she murders him in a successful attempt to escape, she is introduced to the outside world. She'll never be the same as before. Sweet innocent little girl turns serial killer, murdering any man in her sight.
Okay, known as a main character, she's both our antagonist and our protagonist. As she starts off being the main character we care the most about, and we feel sorry for her as she's being tortured by her stepdad. However, when she escapes the prison she's been kept in for years, she murders her stepdad and a guy called Aaron that she finds in the woods in revenge for what her stepdad did to her.
The stepdad. His character is our antagonist, who is Luna's bad stepfather, who tortures her in the cellar of their house. We immediately don't like this character from the start, as he's very cruel to our protagonist. He's a bit of a mystery to the audience, as during the entire opening sequence we never see his face or hear his name. This makes him seem more sinister.
Aaron is our victim, who is murdered in the woods by Luna in a serial killer rage. We're unsure of Aaron's story, but we learn that he is kind and compassionate when he attempts to help Lorna in the woods. After collapsing in the wooded ground, Luna is offered help by Aaron when he comes across him while he's going for a jog. He sits down with her and basically talks to her, tries to find out her story, but in the end she turns on him and ends up killing him.
Synopsis. After escaping the torture inflicted on her by her stepfather for over 5 years, Lorna takes revenge on her expecting men. Our target audience is 18 to 25. We chose this age group as we think that is who will most interest our film due to the age of the actors and the storyline.
Paladin's audience profile shows us that 41% of cinema goers are aged 15 to 24, so it will be popular when we release it in cinemas with our target audience.
How to target our audience. Social networking such as Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. 9% of 18 to 29-year-olds use social networking sites, higher than any other age group. Billboards and posters. More people are driving cars and using public transport, meaning that they are more likely to see the billboards as they are driving past. In addition to this, we could also put posters around the university campus to attract the attraction of students aged 18 onwards.
Trailers. In the UK, there was about 1 to 30 million views on every film trailer released in 2014, depending on the popularity of the film. For example, Lucy had about 29 million views on YouTube. Why should you invest in our film? You should invest in our film because our film will be a success. Because our target audience is 18 to 25, which is the main cinema goers, and advertising that works, like on social networks such, which is popular with the age group of our target audience. Our film has 2 subgenres, meaning that it will appeal to a variety of tastes and to make our target audience bigger by attracting more people to watch our film. We are requesting about 4 million to produce, distribute and market our blockbuster revenge slasher horror film. The money you invest will be used on distribution, hiring of cast and crew, location hiring, editing studios, marketing and lighting. Examples similar to our horror film would be I Spit on Your Grave, which cost about 2 million to make, Nightmare on Elm Street, which cost about 1.8 million to make, and Scream costing 15 million.
Any questions?
Where did you get your inspiration?
Well, Nadine watched this film and it was called Chained, wasn't it?
Yeah, Chained,
Basically, this taxi driver steals this kid and his mom and kills his mom and keeps him as a slave. And we basically had the idea and we found out that this film was kind of alike to it, so we took our inspiration from that, really.
So, the young girl Luna breaks out of kind of from her father, kills and then kills unsuspecting men. How long do you want the film to be?
Not as long as like normal horror films, about maybe an hour and a half at most.
How would you kind of get an hour and a half's worth of a film, like quality, throw just like her killing people, would you have any other kind of intertwining plots?
Well, basically, what we were thinking was we have the opening sequence where we kind of introduce her and introduce the way she thinks and the way she acts, and then we change it up slightly during the film to make it different as it's happening. So different things will happen, and it's more, I'm leaving it as a bit of a mystery because it will make it more interesting for the audience.
Do you think it's going to be hard to make the audience think of her as a protagonist and then all of a sudden an antagonist? Like, how are you going to make
We were thinking of immediately making her the antagonist, but then we thought that we wouldn't really have a protagonist in our film. But I think even when you see the film and she turns out to be like evil and a serial killer, that you'll still kind of feel for her because of the way she was raised, really. Is that it?
Interesting. I think the way it'd be interesting to get the audience on the side of somebody who's clearly lost it and is murdering innocent people would be quite a challenge, won't it? But then you're going on with the idea of innocence, aren't you? And really, you've got to really stay with her and have her point of view. It's really good. Any other questions? That's excellent. Yeah. What goes on with young people? It's terrifying. Right. Will you be in and out?